I think a lot of people assume that Just Dance is made with like entirely animated models, but it's actually made with real people in front of a green screen. And recently Just Dance tweeted out a new behind the scenes video, and a lot of people in my Twitch chat were asking me to react to it. So I thought I would make a reaction video for this one and then a couple of the other ones that are available on YouTube, because I haven't watched them all yet and I find it so fascinating the way they make the game. There is so much effort involved, so many people that are necessary to make these dances, that I find it so cool to take like a peek behind the curtain to see what it's like. So I figured I'd watch them with you. This is the one that people wanted me to watch so badly because this coach is from Levitating and they named her Siha Nova. Where'd they get that name from? After I made my gameplay for Levitating, I posted it on Twitter and I was like, this coach's name is Siha and I don't know if it's a tribute, but it makes me really happy. And the creative director responded and said, it's a tribute. So let's go, you guys. Your girl is finally in Just Dance after all these years. I think that's the closest I'm gonna get, but I don't know. God, these studios are so big. Everywhere that they film this is like huge. This room must be ginormous. This is like the size of my house. Oh my God. I wasn't expecting to see her floating. I thought she'd be standing up. I think this was for the background of the dance because she's like floating in the background. This is amazing, but also looks very stressful. I would be very scared. And this is Save Your Tears. This is so cool. She looks so majestic. How does she look so majestic? I'd be terrified. I'm really curious on how they hide the cables and how they hide it, like the way that it's cinched at her waist. I mean, like, I know you could like Photoshop it out or whatever, but when it's a video, you'd have to do it like frame by frame. It's very fascinating to me. Oh, this is so cool. I wasn't expecting his coat to be orange. I thought it would be like blue or something, but it's orange. That's me, girl, same. The fact that this is done during the pandemic when there's so many people involved and everyone has to be masked and stuff, it must be so hard to coordinate this. I remember when Just Dance 2022 was announced, and at that point I had like quit Just Dance. I feel like it's hard to expect them to be able to be on time with the game when we're in a pandemic, and creating the game requires so many people to be there. Like, it's not just dancers, it's cameramen and choreographers and the creative director and the costume designers and the makeup artists and probably catering. Like, there's so many people involved. The fact that they've been able to make these games come out on time during the pandemic is like a miracle to me. I don't know how they pulled it off. Every year that we have lived through this hellscape, the only constant pillar in my life has been Just Dance, and they're always on time, and it blows me away. Like, they must have been hustling hard, especially this year with how many creative jumps they've taken. Last year, I was not a big fan of. I didn't really like 2021. It felt much lower quality, but it was like understandably lower. But this year we have like dynamic camera angles. We have makeup so that you can see the coaches' faces, which to me is like a game changer. Like, the fact that you can see them smiling and showing emotion and stuff is like, I hope they keep doing it because it's incredible. I'm just very blown away by this game. Let's watch another one. This one is the making of Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. I am actually curious as to how they made this song with so many people involved. Did they film them separate? Wait, hold on. First of all, so they filmed them separately, which makes sense because there's a lot of dancers there. But second of all, I'm not trying to sound condescending, but does Todrick need his own lyrics on a teleprompter? Anyways, moving on. Is this how they, hold on, is this how they take the, you know those images of the coaches that are transparent in background that they use where they're like posing and stuff when you're like jumping into the song? Is this how they take those? I love that hoodie. I'm sorry, Todrick, I can't hear you. You're gonna have to speak up. That's so cool. I love the way they do that, showing the before and after. Wait, hold on. I'm so confused. What does this mean? I feel like he should be the main coach. I'm just saying he's putting a lot of effort into this dance. I love that they all like worship fans. I'm so glad I'm not alone in that because it gets hot. I can only imagine with this costume, how hot it must get. This thing is like half latex. Honestly, the dream, having someone else feed you water, serve you water, while you're just like double fisting fans in each hand. Oh my God, the dream. I guess it makes sense that they filmed it with him separately and the other dancers separately because, well, first of all, were the other dancers in Paris and this in LA? I don't know how this worked. The backup dancers, there were so many of them, it seems like there'd be a risk to like hit each other. So I guess it makes sense that they'd film it separately. That fan is so much bigger than I expected it to be. I didn't realize the fan was that large. I'm shocked, honestly. I thought it was way smaller. Oh, these are all the different camera angles and you can see the background. That's so cool. Oh, this is cool. This makeup looks so hard to dance in. Every time I see one of these behind the scenes where their like entire face is painted white, does it not get crusty after a while? That seems like it would be so uncomfortable. Oh, he's here. So he does meet them. That's so cool. Let's go. I wasn't sure where they'd film it because like, I don't know what lockdown restrictions are like in other countries right now because I haven't flown anywhere since like before the pandemic. But I was like, did he fly to Paris? Like, how did they make this work? Oh my God, did you see that hair flip? I need to watch that again. Meow. God, look at all those people. Ah, I know her. I love her. Oh, and there's Matthew. Oh my God. I'm just seeing all the people I know. It's so weird to see this many people in the same room. I know that sounds weird, but like, I feel like in the last 2 years, I've only ever seen people like one-on-one briefly, and then maybe gone to like a gathering where there's like 4 people. Seeing this many people in a room now scares me. I mean, they're obviously being safe about it, clearly. It just, I was like, wow, culture shock for some reason. This is amazing. I'm so happy they made stuff like this because I feel like a lot of people view Just Dance as like this like silly party game and don't realize the amount of work that goes into making it. And I think this kind of puts it all into perspective of how difficult this game is to make. And they do this for like 50-ish maps. So because I couldn't watch the video with audio, I actually went back and watched it on my own with audio. And there were some points that Todrick touched on that I wanted to share just because I'm trying to avoid copyright, but I want to have the full experience of watching the behind the scenes videos. So Todrick did fly to Paris. He was actually there, which makes sense. Also, this map is Todrick's like entire concept. Like he went to Just Dance and was like, I have this concept of like people dancing in like the same costume, but with different colors, and it's very vibrant and eye-catching. And Just Dance was like, okay, sounds good. Todrick also touches on how important Just Dance is for kids who want to learn how to dance or people who might not be able to like afford dance classes, which I thought was really important to touch on because that's exactly why I started playing Just Dance. I started playing Just Dance right after my 15th birthday, and it was because we couldn't afford to take dance classes at the time. They were so expensive and you had to pay for every single session and we just couldn't afford it. And my mom and my grandma were like, well, why don't we just get her this Just Dance game that just came out? It was the very first one that had come out. And now I'm here. So I thought that was a really sweet note for him to touch on because it is true that a lot of people can't afford to take up a hobby like dancing. It's very hard. And also there's the whole aspect of being terrified because dancing is very vulnerable. It's very intimate, and doing that in front of other people is terrifying. Even if nobody is looking at you, you still feel like they are. So I think Just Dance is great for boosting confidence, and I'm really glad that Todrick touched on that. He also pointed out that he's the first artist to be their own coach in Just Dance, which is like so iconic because after him we got Camila Cabello, and I feel like this is like a whole new era of Just Dance where artists are actually like aware of the game and are like, I could be my own coach. I can dance to my own song. It's amazing. I think watching this video actually gave me a better appreciation for the map because I really wasn't sure how I felt about being able to see an actual person. I really like the stylistic choices that Just Dance makes where, you know, they're painted in all white or one color or whatever, and then you can see their facial features, but that's it. It's still very artistic looking. I wasn't sure how I felt about like the realism of nails, hair, hips, heels, just because it's so jarring to see after over a decade of more stylistic looking coaches. But I think I have a greater appreciation for this map after seeing the way that it was created and the story behind it and stuff. So it was really cool. I have one more video here. And this one is actually a compilation put together by RF McKinleyport. They have a ton of videos like this on Just Dance for behind the scenes, so I'm gonna pick one. I'm also going to link all these videos in the description so I can give proper credit. A couple of them are from Just Dance, and then this one is from McKinleyport, so I'm excited to see these. These are so fun to watch. It's just so fascinating to see how something is created, like see it from the inside. It's just very neat. It's levitating again. Inez is such a good dancer. I hope I'm saying that right. She's an incredible dancer. She's so tired after. Me too! Oh, this is human. Oh, I've been wanting to see this costume for so long. Human is such an amazing map, but it's so hard to tell. Like, it's so hard to look at the details because of the lighting. First of all, that map looks like it's in 16K resolution or something. And second of all, I've been so curious about this costume because it's so hard to see. Oh my God, she looks so cool. The fact that her hair is out too, that looks like her real hair. Oh my God. I hope they do stuff like this more often. It's such a better version of what they've been doing for the past few years, which is kind of like, so like, it seems like for the past few years, they filmed the dancers in one camera angle. But when they want to zoom in or zoom out or have it look like they're turning or whatever, they kind of just do it all in editing. So they get a little like stretched out or squished or whatever. I can actually kind of see it a few times in Jopping Extreme where it looks like they've kind of warped the dancers and they still look flat. But this is like so incredible. I want to see camera angles more because the way that they utilize them in all of the maps is like incredible. Oh, I love this. I don't know if I've mentioned it because I haven't ranked the 2022 maps yet, but this map is my favorite of all time that they have ever done. For years, it was Circus Extreme. Goodbye, Circus Extreme. It's human. It is so mature, so beautiful, so sophisticated, so creative in the way that they did the lighting and the costume and the camera, and I just, oh my God. I know it's not your typical like party song that's on Just Dance that's fun to do with friends. It's like art. It's how I felt about Zenit. Zenit is a masterpiece. It's just beautiful and amazing to watch, and it's just incredible. Oh my God, they did such a great job. Oh, it's à la folie. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, French speakers. I love this map. I got to dance to this map for the first time because we just got it last week as part of the worldwide like season that they're doing. I love it. It's such a fun song. Oh my God, is she riding on? Is she riding on a scooter? She looks so sophisticated. Like this looks like business as usual, totally normal. Nothing to see here. Oh, Boobaya. Oh, this is so cool. Seeing them use this camera thing, this camera monster, whatever this is so cool. This fascinates me. In the game, they're still all white in Pop Stars, but here they're like a tan skin color. I'm curious if they were initially trying to make them a skin color and then they like changed their minds later. It's very strange because something I thought when I first saw Pop Stars was that their facial expressions kind of looked like the same quality as like Just Dance 3. It doesn't like ruin the map for me, but I was like, it looks a little lower quality than I'm used to for Just Dance. I wonder why they didn't use the tan skin color and went to white instead. Oh, Judas is so cool. I wasn't expecting them to be red for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe if it's black, it like blends in with her costume. I don't know. I want to see the making of Judas because Judas is incredible. Oh, I love this map. I love this map so much. The way that this entire thing is basically a music video is amazing. Oh. Okay, hold on. Iconic. iconic. This moment right here, all the Katy Perry coaches, iconic. Also, it is so jarring to see the costumes in like different colors. Oh my God, this is so cool. Oh, this is happier than ever. Oh my God, her dress colors are so weird. They're so strange. I feel like I should have explained, but I think it's obvious by now that they fix the colors in like editing, clearly, and it has to be colors that work against the green screen. So it all makes sense. It's just so bizarre to see it this bright when it's so like vintage looking in the game. Oh, I love this dance so much. She looks so tired. Me too, girl. Sorry. This has to be a new reaction image. That was so cool. That was such a neat experience. I loved watching that with you guys because I haven't seen any of this year's behind the scenes and I really wanted to watch them, and my Twitch chat was like, just record it. Like, get your reaction on video. I think watching these kind of upholds my appreciation for the way that Just Dance is created, because especially in like the gaming industry, a lot of people just kind of view it as like, just make the game, just flip the switch, just fix this. And it's not that easy. There's so much that goes into it. And this is just like the filming portion of Just Dance. This doesn't include like programming that's involved, people who make the main, like the menu, the UI, people who are fixing bugs, people who are handling like the world dance floor. Like there's so much involved in making this game, and I think these types of videos just make me appreciate the work that they do so much more, especially right now during a pandemic where they're trying to juggle filming Just Dance gameplays and also potentially being in lockdown in their city or whatever. I want more of these. These are amazing. I think there's a ton of other behind the scenes videos I haven't seen yet, so if you want to see more of this, let me know. I'd be happy to film another one. All of the links to these videos are listed in the description if you want to go watch them yourself. I think me muting them kind of takes away an aspect of how fun they are to watch because you can't hear people talking. So I would recommend you go watch them for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I post a lot of Just Dance gameplays and I have a lot of other like Just Dance non-gameplay related videos planned. So yeah, I hope you like them. I also stream Just Dance live on Twitch. If you want to come hang out with me, request some songs, or hop on the world dance floor with me or whatever, I'm on there all the time. Of course, thank you to my fan house supporters who keep the lights on. I appreciate you all so much. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.